Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Black Panther, issue number 166. So this is the renumbering, and this issue is the beginning of a new story arc called Klaw Stands Supreme. So this is the story of Ulysses S. Klaw. Now, this is interesting. If you want the full story, the full original story, they tell you to go back and check out issue of the Fantastic Four to do that. There's a whole bunch of different ways to check out the individual origins of this character. However, here they're going to give you a little bit more in-depth detail. Ta-Nehisi Coates decides to put together an elaborate backstory about his sister, how she had the prefrontal lobotomy, and 3 different parts were actually removed from her brain, just from what I could see from the scans. And it had to do with the idea that she could actually hear voices talking to her, just like Klaw can. And at this point, when he went through this this sound generator to to change his body, he's now a being that is a composite of solid sound. And we got to see that he was actually the one behind everything in the previous issue of the Fantastic Four, that it wasn't gods coming back or all this other crazy stuff. It's actually just him making holograms, but holograms made out of solid sound as opposed to light. So very interesting, very interesting. This was not a particularly great issue because not even a single word was spoken. Everything was just narration by Klaw, referring back to all these different things. So this was not a great issue. What this was, however, is a seminal issue. This is one of those kind of issues that you go back and you look at, and it could be the start of something great. And considering the writer, I think that it's going to be. I literally just look at this as it's an introduction into all the crazy that's about to happen. And it's a reminder of who Klaw is and a little more detail of his background. Therefore, you have his motivation. And I don't think you can really ask for much more. It's like, okay, listen, I'm going to use this guy Klaw, who's the greatest enemy of T'Challa. The problem is, I don't think he's good enough, so I'm going to make him better. That takes a lot. That takes a lot of gusto to pull that off. I'm going to give this comic a B-. This is exactly what it needs to be to get us started off into something bigger. And I am definitely along for the ride. All right, guys. Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.